Hi, everyone. Before I start, I would like to thank you all for being with us during this difficult time. My family appreciates your generosity, thoughts, and words of sympathy. And I would like to give my heartfelt thank you and appreciation to my immediate family who's given their time, love, and support to one another. And most of all, to Papang, for all that you did for Mamang during her painful, difficult time. Your love, thoughtfulness, compassion, and care were what kept her going through these tough times. It meant a lot to us knowing you are always there for Mamang. You are an amazing husband to Mamang, and we are so thankful for your never-ending support, kindness, and love. I would like to introduce you to my mother, Gloria Carmona, known as Mamang. She was born in Manila, Philippines, on the 19th of September 1940, at the time of World War II. Her childhood was not easy, but she was a very bright child. She excelled in her education, studied in prestigious and well-known institution, the University of the Philippines. With her beauty and brains, she attracted many suitors. And she fell in love with a young, charming, adorable, handsome man, my wonderful father, Ray Carmona, Papa. They married in 1964, and the Lord blessed them with 6 children. Sadly, the eldest child died due to heart failure. In my early years, I could remember Mamang being always busy in the house, looking after us, tending to our needs and Papa. I recall growing up that I'm a fussy eater. I only eat certain foods, so she prepares and cooks especially for me. She always makes sure that her children will have everything they needed. And I know that's the reason she came here in England with Papa, to provide for us and give us a better future. But before she came here in 1972, I was 6 years old then. At that time, when I was separated from her and my sibling, I came to live with Papang's family without her consent. During that time, she never ceased to look for me. As a child, I can hear people whispering and talking about how Mama look and search for me. While I'm quite happy just playing with other children and being with Papa. After days and weeks of searching, she found me, and I could still remember and play the scene on my head. The expression of relief when she came and saw me. She came running towards me and embraced me tightly while she was crying. As a child, I could not comprehend why. As I look back with that memory and being as a mother myself, I do understand how she felt, and most of all, the love she has for me. The love of a mother to her children is so strong and pure. Mamang's feeling of love toward us, her children, are inexpressible. She always wants the best for her children. And now I'm standing here with full of gratitude towards my beloved Mamang. Thank you, Mamang, for you love us unconditionally and the opportunity you've given us to make ours better in every way. Thank you for the days that we spent together, knowing you more in your last day. I'm so grateful and thankful to the Lord that He has given you and I precious time to spend with one another. Those moments are the most valuable lesson in my life, as you have shown and taught me how to care with compassion and love unconditionally. I will always remember our frequent and short talk, how you make us laugh with your sense of humor, even though you're in pain. And mostly, all that unspoken word of love between us. Even now, I can feel your hand with mine, how I responded affectionately by stroking your hair and kissing you goodbye for the last time. I will always treasure that moment. I love you then, and will always love, cherish, and will always remember you.
I'll be reading from John 16, verse 22. Therefore, you now have sorrow, but I will see you again, and your heart will rejoice. And your joy no one will take from you.
Ronaldo Carmona Jr. with Davy Carmona.
This quote is from the Bible, from the book Ezekiel. Every childbearing mother had to endure an act of great pain for their children to meet the word. Thus, each child was born from their mother's inner strength. I am a child of Mamang's inner strength. Growing up, Mamang taught me to be like her, responsible, respectful, how to endure hardship, how to have a good manners, and how to be disciplined. To this day, I still try to live by this, and I will continue to be a better person. Mamang, thank you for everything that you have taught me, and I love you so much.
Manny Caballero with Nico Caballero.
Hi everyone, friends and family. I want to thank all of you for being here and supporting us during this difficult time, especially to those who visited Mamang regularly while she was ill, providing her with comfort and love. Your presence meant so much to her. Mamang, my mom was strong, devoted, and loving mother. When she came to this country to work and support us, it was a tough decision for her to leave her children behind. It was the most painful thing a parent can go through, but also the most loving sacrifice she made. Mom was putting blood, sweat, and tears to provide for the family, making sure we had a better future. She had deep faith in God and always considered others. She was always selfless, kind, and caring. From Mamang, I learned to stand firm in my beliefs. She showed me that strength comes not only from physical power, but also from having strong convictions. Mamang led by example, teaching us the importance of determination and staying true to our values. As we say our final goodbye to Mamang, let's remember her for the amazing person she was. Let her legacy inspire us to be brave, kind, and considerate of others. Though we feel the pain of losing her, we can find comfort in knowing that her spirit will live on within each of us. Mamang, thank you for your love, sacrifices, and beautiful memories. You will always hold a special place in our hearts. I would like to thank God for blessing me with a wonderful mother. For comfort and hope, I'd love to share this Bible verse with you all. My son Nico will read it to you.
I'll be reading Thessalonians chapters 4, verse 13 to 8. Brothers and sisters, we do not want you to be uninformed about those who sleep in death, so that you do not grieve like the rest of mankind who have no hope. For we believe that Jesus died and rose again, and so we believe that God will bring with Jesus those who have fallen asleep in him. According to the Lord's word, we tell you that we are who are still alive, who are left until the coming of the Lord. We will certainly not precede those who have fallen asleep. For the Lord himself will come down from heaven with a loud command, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trumpet call of God. And the dead in Christ will rise first. After that, we who are still alive and are left will be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air. And so we will be with the Lord forever. Therefore, encourage one another with these words.
Ronald Carmona with Jasmine Carmona.
Hello everyone, my name is Jasmine Carmona and I am reading the speech on the behalf of my dad, Ronald. First, we would like to thank everyone for coming on this sorrowful day, as we're gathered here today to remember all the good memories we had with our beloved Mamang. All of Carmona is very grateful for what you have done for us. We cherish all those memories we had with her. Not only she loved us, she showed us how to be the best version of ourselves. She was the best daughter, wife, mother, grandma, and even a great-grandma. Anyone could ask for. She loved everyone she knew. She could light up a dull room with her bright smile. You'll be missed by all.
Raymond Carmona with Rachel Carmona.
First of all, I thank my God for all the memories I have of you. And I want to thank you for all the memories we've shared. From my very first memory of you, I remember looking at your black and white photo of you boarding a plane. To our last time together, I remember the last few words you said to me, which were, "Thank you, Mon." It's only a few words, but they mean the most to me. I admire the courage that you showed us during these difficult times. Even though you were going through a lot, you never showed any signs of fear or weakness. And somehow you still managed to make us all feel like everything will be all right. I thank you for everything you've done for us. And I thank my God every time I remember you.
I will now read 1 Peter chapter 3, verse 4. You should be known for the beauty that comes from within, the unfading beauty of a gentle and quiet spirit, which is so precious to God.
And now for Mamang's grandchildren, starting with Christopherson, Charlton, and Charmaine Barnechea.
Hey, firstly, I just want to greet and thank everyone who came here today to pay their respects to our dearest Gloria Carmona, our beloved Mamang. What can I say? I know we're gathered here for a sad time, for a sad situation, but I want to take a moment to remember and celebrate the amazing woman that was Mamang. She was really amazing. I remember how Mamang was always interested in whatever I was doing in my life. Whatever was going on in my life, she would always ask me. She always wanted to know what I wanted to be when I was growing up, what I wanted to study. I used to joke with her saying I wanted to be an artist, and she said, never be an artist. There's no money in being an artist. She wanted me to be a doctor or a scientist or something. She's a wonderful woman. Mom was clever. She's always in the know, always knew what was happening in the world, always knew about politics, economics, whatever it was, she knew about it. She was happy to have a debate with you, to discuss things with you. She was very sharp-minded, and she had a great sense of humor. Mom would always love to make jokes. She loved to sit down with us, watch movies with us. She even made little nicknames for all of us. My nickname was Pom Pom, Charmaine was Charmumu, and my brother Charlton was Ton Ton. So she had a great sense of humor. She was an extraordinary lady. She came from humble beginnings, coming over from the Philippines, immigrating to England in the 70s. Imagine how difficult it would have been, all so that she could provide for her family, to give a better future for her family. Mamang and Papang went through adversities They did everything to make an amazing legacy that you see before you. Her entire family here. All that hard work has given us the opportunity to grow up and mature in an amazing place. And we must remember that Mamang was a loving wife, a dedicated mother, a wise grandmother, and a caring great-grandmother. Even though Mamang is gone from this physical world, we'll always remember Mamang, and she will live on in our memories, in our hearts, and by God's grace, we'll meet her again in his kingdom. There's something to remember as well. She's always left me something that I'll always remember her for. If you look at my nose, it's exactly like Mamang's. So I'll always remember her no matter what. So everyone should be proud to be part of Mamang and Papang's family. We should make the most of everything that they've done for us here. But never forget them, our wonderful Mamang.
I've not really written something down to read from, so I'll try remember what I had in mind. A lot more people coming up will be able to give their testimony to a great person that Mamang was and how she's affected their life and the good things that they've shared with her in terms of experience. So I'll let them say all the eloquent stuff and I'll just say what I need to. Mamang would be really great talking. It would be really great talking to her, having conversations with her. She would be quite firm in her beliefs and what she felt was right. She had taught me partly, or maybe quite a lot, that it's good to be honest and direct with how you speak to people. And it's something that I take away with knowing her, that not only has she given me great memories in the conversations we had together, but that I was learning from her. A side note, or just importantly, I'm going to miss her smile. I'm going to miss the conversation and just talking to her. I'm going to miss her laugh, and especially when telling her how I'm going about living my life, to hear her laughing at it. It's something that I will enjoy and miss whenever I think of the times we had having that conversation about the future and plans for myself. So you won't find a shortage of good things for people to say about Mamang, because she was a great person, and like a lot of us today, I think we share the same sentiment that we will really miss her and we love her so much. On another side note to that, the last conversation I had with Mamang, and this is a true story, she was telling me about how she was feeling, how everything was going, and what she felt about the afterlife. She said, well, as long as you're good and you've done right and you don't do things that you're not supposed to, and she feels for herself, having faith. And before she finished, I said, and Jesus, you need her. And she said to me, as a response, yes, Charlton and Jesus. So I will miss Mamang. I love Mamang, and thank you.
In our daily lives, we learn to casually say goodbye without the intention of fully letting go of a person. We assume they'll always be there the next day. In the past few months leading to today, nothing could have prepared any of us enough to say our final goodbye to Mamang. Even so, as we learn to let go of Mamang and her physical presence with us, We can have peace in the memories and lessons that she left behind. A few years ago, when I just started my career, Mamang and Papang welcomed me into their home for around a year or so. Looking back now, I realize how incredibly blessed I was to have the opportunity to live with them. This time gave me the chance to truly know Mamang and learn about her life, her values, hopes, and dreams. It was only then that I saw how much Mamang loved and cared for her family. Every day I saw more and more Mamang's strength and resilience. She worked her hardest to give everything she could to the people she loved, never asking for anything in return. To some, starting a new life in a foreign land would scare them into settling with what they have. But Mamang's bravery and courage to move her life and work overseas all those years ago allowed her to build a life and provide for her family, giving us opportunities and experience that only others could have dreamt of. The more I think back to my time spent with Mamang, the more I appreciate her efforts in taking care of me and helping me grow in all aspects of my life. I never realized how much of an impact Mamang had on me, shaping me into the person I am today. Not only did she teach me to work hard for the life I desired, but to also care for myself and the people around me. She also taught me to enjoy and appreciate all good things life has to offer. In all Mamang's actions, her family were her motivation for moving forward. Even during her last moments, she was still thinking of those she'd leave behind. As a wife, mother, grandmother, and even great-grandmother, she was selfless and loving to the very end. In honor of her memory, I will continue to live with her lessons in mind, always striving to build the best life for myself and my loved ones, whilst cherishing every moment I have with them. Mamang, there's so much that I will always miss about you. Your quick and witty humor, your wisdom and honesty, your appreciation for art, music, science, and fashion, the stories about your life and experiences, but most of all, your love, laughter, and your smile. Although I wish we had more time together, I'm so grateful for the time we did have. There's so much about you that I cherish, but I'm unable to put into words or do you the justice that you deserve. But what I can say is, I am who I am today because of you. I love you, and I thank you for being my mama.
Davy Carmona.
Loss is a part of life, but knowing that doesn't make it any easier. The death of loved ones often takes a toll on those left behind, and at times it can feel like grief is never ending, but grief only exists where love once was. We should remember not to grieve, but instead celebrate Mama's life. She was a mother, grandmother, and friend to all of us. We all share memories with her, and may we cherish them for the rest of our lives. May Mama rest in peace.
Brandon and Ethan Caballero.
In loving memory of our dear grandmother, who touched our hearts with her boundless love and wisdom, I'd just like to share some words about Mamang. Mamang filled our lives with joy and laughter, leaving behind memories that will forever be treasured. But also her words of wisdom are what seem to stick with me the most. In our conversations, she expressed that, however stressful life may be, you must not forget the beautiful things you may take for granted, such as family, love, and the joy of life. Her spirit will guide us through life's journey, and her love will forever live in our hearts. We love you, Mamang, and we will miss you.
Ever since I was a little boy, Mamang, I've always admired your unconditional love and your patience. Throughout all the years visiting you, your warm hugs and welcoming smile made me feel at home. At times when I was feeling down, your love remained generous, offering comfort and support without judgment. You were such a lovely grandma, Mamang. I truly felt your care and love through your cooking, your charming stories, and simply being with you. Mamang, I miss hearing your words of wisdom. At times you noticed I was quiet, and you showed me the value of speaking up. You've always told me to study hard and to be wise when selecting your friends, but to also enjoy life to its fullest. During your last days, I was anxious. Seeing you in great pain was heartbreaking. But despite that, your love was still strong and you still had the same welcoming smile. Back in primary school, I remember doing lots of baking with you, Mama. She was always there during my school plays. I'll truly miss the hugs and kisses. However, I can only be at ease knowing that you're at peace and free from suffering. Mamang, thank you for everything, the precious memories which I'll cherish forever. I love you.